A federal judge in Texas has ruled it unconstitutional, has put a ban on the abortion pill drug that was approved by the FDA a couple of decades ago. Here is the ruling right here. It came out of Amarillo. Candace, many people say that the Republicans went judge shopping. This is a Trump appointee who made this ruling. There's a stay in the FDA is going to appeal, but this judge is saying that the abortion pill will be banned nationwide. This single federal judge, this ruling will impact the entire nation. Your thoughts about this decision?
Well, you know, it's just the way that Trump has worked over the years, right? He strategically placed, over 100 judges into place that he wanted them to be in for these types of moments to happen. And it is, in fact, playing out. The reason that we have this one judge doing this is because it sets a precedent for other areas in the country. And when there is no precedent to go upon, you have to look at the only precedent that's on paper. And so that's why this is going to have reverberating effects. And what Trump has done, some people have called it very smart, right? Because he placed people in the places that he wanted them in order to make it happen. But as you talked about in this breaking news, the FDA is going to appeal this. This is something that we will not hear the end of. I don't think it's something that is going to work because it affects so many people. And we're not just talking about Black and brown people. We are talking about masses of people. It certainly affects us in a different way. But when you are affecting the masses, the same way we were talking about with the assault bans and weapons, and you have young people who are out there and people from different races who care about things like this, it really makes an impact. They may have the say today, but this is certainly not the end of it. But as you said, its effects are real because this is the only game in town, and this is what people are looking to.
Going to a break here, but let me go ahead and say this before we go to the break. And I just want to be clear as possible, okay? I'm not going to mince any words right here. For all of you trifling punk-ass people who sit out there and you make comments on message boards and you post on social media and you say stuff in barbershops and beauty salons and you say that Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson was performative politics by President Joe Biden. When you say that voting doesn't matter, here's perfect proof where a single federal judge can issue a ruling that impacts the entire country. I have said numerous times why voting matters, because guess what? Whoever is the president gets to pick federal judges. Whoever's in the United States Senate, the Senate who controls it, they get to confirm federal judges. And these people are there for life. And so for all y'all people who love to sit here and talk about who's the Democratic shield and this, that, and the other, do understand that these federal judges can impact your black ass every single day. There are people who literally are sitting in prison because some conservative federal judge will not look at the evidence that could free them from jail. There are people who have been sent to prison and they have been freed because of federal judges. Federal judges, the power that they have is enormous. If you need any further evidence that one federal judge in Amarillo, Texas can issue a ruling that impacts the entire country, but you still have these simple Simons out here who say voting is a waste of my time. I don't see anything changing. Well, guess what? The folks who oppose you, they are voting. They're voting in Tennessee, they're voting in Mississippi, they're voting in Florida, they're voting in Texas, and if you think for a second that they don't understand the power, well, then you absolutely are clueless. Folks, this is why this is called all hands on deck. Because what we are facing folks on the right who absolutely want to control every facet of this country, the federal level, the House, the Senate, the White House, the courts, governor's mansions, state legislatures, county commissioners' courts, city halls, and you better decide which side are you on. Those who are in the game or those who get played by the game. All right, folks, back to our Roland Unfiltered video in just 1 moment. Curl Prep Natural Solutions. Her product is organic. It's a two-step curl defining system. this video here. You can check it out. People have been lining up to see the product in action at the hair shows. And when they take a seat to try it, they simply don't believe it is their hair. Now, you can, of course, access the products at curlprep.com. Curlprep.com. It works on any hair. It has 2 steps, sweet butter and a sweet defining gel, both at curlprep.com. And parents, you can also, you'll love this system because you can comb the product through your child's hair with your fingers. And of course, our seasoned saints, they love the product as well. It has products that are great for twists, braids, locks, weaves, even those wigs and extensions. Folks, go to curlprep.com. If you use the promo code Roland, you get a 30% discount using the promo code Roland, lowercase R-O-L-A-N-D. Again, go to curlprep.com, curlprep.com, promo code Roland, 30% discount.